What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Teofimo Lopez, 2-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, and the WBO reigning junior welterweight world champion, Superstar Barbosa, who has a fight coming up May 2nd against undefeated WBO junior welterweight interim champion Arnold Barbosa. This is a fight Arnold Barbosa has been chasing Teofimo Lopez for quite some time and trying to make this fight come to fruition. And now His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has finally got it to come to fruition. May 2nd, Times Square in New York, right? With that said, Teofimo Lopez, he did an interview, and Teofimo Lopez was asked about future showdowns, right? He did an interview with the Porterway podcast, Sean Porter and the Porterway podcast, and he was asked about future fights. Should he beat Arnold Barbosa? And one name in particular came up, which is the newly crowned WBO lightweight world champion, Superstar Barbosa, Keyshawn the businessman Davis, right? And they have history. Keyshawn Davis and his team allegedly put hands, feet, knees, and toes on Teofimo Lopez Sr. Teofimo Lopez Sr. Confirmed this and admitted this and stated that, you know, he couldn't even breathe. He was under the pile, you know what I'm saying, because he said the N-word, right? And Teofimo Lopez has been going on this campaign, calling black people monkeys and banana tricks and all of these things. So Keyshawn Davis obviously didn't take too kind to that. And Keyshawn Davis is like, well, let's shake. You know what I'm saying? Let's fight. And Teofimo Lopez has been essentially avoiding that smoke. He's been avoiding the smoke. And now on the Porterway podcast, once again, he's asked about fighting Keyshawn Davis as a possible opponent. And he says it would be an easy fight to be made because he says Keyshawn Davis is chinny. And he says that Keyshawn Davis has been protected by Top Rank and Bob Arum, right? This is what he said. Let's listen to what he had to say, shall we?
That'd be easy money for me, and on top of that, it'd be easy game. Okay. He's chinny. It's just he hasn't. Top Rank knows how to build fighters. I'm sure. Look, I know that from my own point of view. They know how to build fighters. It's different though once you get to that level of when they become your enemies. When Top Rank, when you're Top Rank's enemy, that's when things get a little harder. And if you defeat their opposition on that level, then what is there to really face? To be honest.
So he says that he knows Top Rank picks and chooses easy opponents personally because they did it for him. Huh? So you're admitting that Top Rank cherry-picked opponents for you to look good against? I digress. But let's listen to it once again.
I'm fighting him. That'll be easy money for me, and on top of that, it'll be easy game. Okay. He's chinny. It's just he hasn't. Top Rank knows how to build fighters. I'm sure. Look, I know that from my own point of view. They know how to build fighters. It's different though once you get to that level of when they become your enemies. When Top Rank, when you're Top Rank's enemy, that's when things get a little harder. And if you defeat their opposition on that level, then what is there to really face? To be honest.
So essentially what he's saying and what he said was, right, is that now he signed a 3-fight deal with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh that's worth a lot of money per fight. And now he no longer has to concern himself with the paychecks, right? And, you know, the purses. So now he can just essentially fight who he wants, right? That business part is taken care of. So now he's okay with fighting Keyshawn Davis or whomever else, you know, presents themselves because he is now, you know, financially secured as long as he fulfills his obligations with Turki Al-Sheikh and the Zone or Riyadh season or whoever else promotes and handles the fights, right? So he's comfortable now, right? Which makes sense. it's like now I got to worry about choosing specific opponents to trying to secure the biggest bag possible. Now I can fight who I choose to fight, get the big bag, and make the legacy fights. Essentially, is what he's saying, right? So with that said, let's see. Let's see if he, if he actually follows through what he said, right? Because a lot of fighters speak. A lot of fighters talk, and a lot of fighters, in this case, of Teofimo Lopez, right? He's called out this fighter, that fighter, but he has not fought any of those fighters, right? This would be a great fight. Keyshawn Davis said he'll go up to he says that he'll go up to 140 for the right opportunity. He says that he's big for the division. He says that he's, flexible, when it comes to the right fight at 140, but he definitely wants to secure and make the biggest fights possible, at 135 and unify the belts, right? He wants to tank Davis's. He wants to show that he's the best fight at 135. And if His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, essentially can put these fights together and Keyshawn can get the bag and Top Rank and Bob Arum is working with Turki Al-Sheikh, then it makes sense, right? It should be easy to be made. But the question is Teo just talking, right? Because it's rumored that he could fight Jaron Boots Ennis next. It's rumored that he can fight, against, well, he's going to fight the winner of Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney as the third fight. So there's a lot of speculation. But this is a big fight. This is an important fight for boxing. And I think Teofimo Lopez should make it happen. There's a grudge match there. There's history there. And so with that said, Teo got to stand on the square, man. You got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? The Jaron Boots Ennis fight at this point in time just simply doesn't make sense to me. I think that it just puts unnecessary added pressure on Jaron Boots Ennis to make these fights, to concede to Turki Al-Sheikh and what he wants. I think that Jaron Ennis wants to unify the belts at 147, not look to fight 135 and 140 pounders right now. He has a plan and he wants to stick to it. And I think it should be allowed. Just allow Jaron Ennis to get the Brian Norman Jr. fight, get the Mario Barrios fight, look to unify the belts. And Teofimo Lopez got plenty of big names, marquee fights right there. Keyshawn Davis being one of them. So let's see if he sticks to this and makes this fight happen with Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. Hopefully, he says that he's chinny. He says that. But you see that video footage of them sparring, and Styles make fights. He don't like movers that are rangy and can punch and has power and can box. They give Teo plenty of problems. So Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin, just to name a few. This would be a great fight, though. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out, man. I know Keyshawn Davis is more than willing to take the fight with Teofimo Lopez. I know that for a fact. And this would be a massive marquee opportunity for Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. He's not going to get Lomachenko. He's not going to fight Shakur. And Tank Davis ain't going to fight Keyshawn Davis. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gone. Peace.